Hey, come here. This is video blog number 1 of a daily blog, potentially, maybe every day, maybe every other day, for this grand adventure that I'm about to go on. I go on it every 3 years. It's kind of a triannual C.S. Lewis Foundation Summer Institute is what it's called. If you're on the inside, we call it Oxbridge. And I'm taking a bunch of guys with me, a couple guys from here in Amarillo, and we're going over to do technical support and scheduling and help in any way we can with this conference. But it's a great adventure. And we're going to be there for about 2 or 3 weeks. And it's a 10-day conference, 5 days in Oxford, 5 days in Cambridge. And I'm going over with Ryan Putman. He's the one behind the camera. So Ryan and I are going over 2 days, 3 days early. And we're going to be also working on another project, which is a documentary film that we're excited about that is being produced and shot by Ralph Linhart, a good friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine. And that project is about, it's a documentary on a New York Times bestseller book that is about the influence of World War I on C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. So that's going to be fun. After that's over, we start the conference for the 10-day conference. And then after that's done, I'm going to stay for a couple days since I'm over there and hang out with some relatives. I've got some family there, cousins, that my brother hunted down and found through some family research. He actually hunted down his own name, Eric Manton, on Facebook and ended up finding one in England. And as they were chatting, the more that they got to talking, they found out as they looked at their family histories that we're actually cousins. And so we go over, whenever I'm over there, I spend a couple days with Eric Manton, my cousin. And that brings me to my backpack. This is my traveling backpack. It's brand new. My other one, for those of you that know me, are just about falling apart. I've had it for over 3 years. And this one has got, come in here close. We've got it all decked out with things related to this trip. So this here is a pin this is Oxford. This one is from Cambridge, from the last time that I went. And this is a C.S. Lewis Foundation pin. This came with the backpack. I think it's cool anyway. And then over here, this is the Ace Cafe in London. My cousin, Eric Manton, was one of the founding members of what is now the largest motorcycle club in the world. Originally, it was cafe racers in the 60s, and they would race their cafe racers, Triumphs and Nortons, from cafe to cafe. This was at a time when there were no speed limits in England. And so these were just teenagers and just having a great time, crazy time. And I love getting together with him, and he tells me stories all about that. So this is the cafe. It's still there. It's still the headquarters for the club. Wonderful place to visit if you get a chance. And over here, this is a patch of the club. If you ever see this anywhere in the world, that's what it is, 59. 59 is the name of the motorcycle club that my cousin's a part of. So that's my new backpack, taking it on its inaugural trip. And the other thing that I'm doing there is going to be going to do some empirical research to see the impact of my latest, the 2 books that I've written, and see what kind of impact they've had on the English culture. This is the first book I wrote called The Grace of Rain. It's a poetry devotional book, and that's been out for about a year. And then I've just come out with this book called Listening Like Breathing. And that book is a book of poetry and images. And so throughout this blog, we're going to go and see what kind of impact these have had on the English culture. So come along. We're at Amarillo National Rick Husband Airport. We're going to take off here in about an hour or so, heading to Dallas, and then a 9-hour flight over to London. So come and join us along the way. Keep your eye open. We'll come and give you updates if we can every day. Thanks. Bye.